Hello, everyone, and good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world and, well, when you're watching this, more importantly, as we're looking into a game between LawLiet and TeRRoR. This game taking place here on Terranistan. If you guys are watching on YouTube or watched yesterday, well, this is game 2 in this series as we're looking at LawLiet opening up with, well, over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, Ultra of Elders at the right timing. All right, I say that at the right timing. We saw yesterday LawLiet actually delay his Ultra of Elders significantly, go for a whole bunch of archers, and then using the information of what hero TeRRoR went for, adapted his strategy and went for a Panda first. Panda first, not your typical hero choice at all in any stretch of the imagination, but level 2 Breath of fire off of a level 3 Panda early on just really shut TeRRoR's strategy before it really got going. Now, here on a map like Terranistan with rivers and untraversable terrain, flying units such as Gargoyles are very, very popular. You can see here the rivers, just running through here, very difficult for, to go by land, but by going by air, you're able to just get in and out of those situations pretty quickly. Coming back around and also thinking about those situations, you're able to, well, is this close enough to get some siege damage? Maybe here, maybe a little bit of splash siege damage onto that entangle or haunted gold mine. Anyways, coming back around, we're looking at the 2-minute mark. Heroes are going to be out onto the battlefield. It is going to be a keeper of the grove going up against the Death Knight. Now, Terranistan, a little bit of a different map than yesterday's, as you almost have your own neighborhood that you can stay in for quite some time and do a large amount of creeping. That's exactly what we're looking at here. LawLiet already bringing out the Keeper of the Grove. Going to go ahead and summon some Trents to deal damage and go after these Kobold Tunnelers, trying to zone out that Acolyte and picking up a Ring of Protection +3. All right, more Trents could be joining in on the fight. Meanwhile, Death Knight opting to use this opportunity and this time to go after the Rogue Wizard right here. All right, Death Coil straight up onto that Rogue Wizard. Is he going to get up another Frost Armor? Yes, it does. Claws of Attack +5. Now go after those remaining Apprentice Wizards, as the remaining Apprentice Wizards do not have a Frost Armor, and these Skeletal Minions could have perhaps finished off the creep camp pretty easily. All right, we'll have to take a close look on that. Death Knight with a single Death Coil doing quite a good job clearing out the creep camps here. All right, coming back down to the south, Death Knight. Claws of Attack +5, and already used 2 Death Coils. Where are the units perhaps going to try and travel off to next? Death Coil after an attack right there, as we're going to be looking at more skeletal minions joining on, putting pressure onto LawLiet's creeping. Coming back through, Death Knight getting up to level 2 from some long distance creeping. Ghouls back at home. Actually, where's the long distance creeping? Oh yeah, Ghouls back in the center, being able to finish that off right there. Death Knight wandering around in the middle portion of the map, still has 2 charges on Rod of Necromancy and could be joining in on the fight here. Keeper of the Grove, LawLiet may not be expecting a sudden influx of ghouls, especially as this game is getting underway right here. Another Rod of Necromancy charge going to be ready, as the ghouls should be engaging here in just a moment. There's one skeletal minion going to catch the Keeper of the Grove. Archers going to try and retreat back. Death Knight, well, what is the Death Knight really thinking here? The armies are staying relatively close together as they're trying to scout each other out and perhaps look for an opening to get in some damage. Death Knight has left behind some items on the map, so to speak, as the ghouls did not have that backpack upgrade. Keeper of the Grove looking to perhaps get an entangle off here, but the Death Knight, well, looking to do a little bit of zoning. There's an entangle onto a skeletal minion, and well, that's one way of just reducing TeRRoR's threat, but using an entangle onto a skeletal minion is not really the best investment on mana. We're looking at 6 archers currently going up against 4 ghouls. Death Knight still trying to zone out his opponent here. There is a wisp off to the north to do a little bit of scouting, making sure that no one is getting expansions as of yet. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove finally off to the north here, going to go after this renegade wizard creep camp. There is that forest troll berserker hired up to get in a little bit more bonus damage as well. Potion of invulnerability going to be picked up, and TeRRoR forced to just retreat back. He was trying to shut down his opponent's creeping for quite some time, but, well, was not able to do so and pretty much got zoned out of that situation. We are at Tree of Ages. I don't see a second hero as of yet. Are we going to be looking at perhaps a Demon Hunter as the second hero to try and mana burn, shut down that Death Knight and that Lich? Or are we going to be looking at a Panda as TeRRoR once again takes to the skies for some Gargoyles? Double Crypt and double Gargoyles going up against archers here. Keeper of the Grove now retreating back once more. Are we going to be looking at some sort of tavern hero? Is it going to be the Panda? Wait for it, wait for it. The Gargoyles flying right above that tavern, and yes, it is going to be the Brewmaster once more. Brewmaster as that second hero, level 1 Breath of Fire. Not nearly as deadly as level 2. The damage doesn't add up as fast, but it can still make quite a big difference as a Forest Troll Berserker, also with that high damage, 28 to 37 damage, able to zone things or zone away some of those Gargoyles until we get enough Gargoyles in the air. Alright, coming back around, Death Knight, Lich heading back off to the north here. Claws of Attack +5 coupled with Gloves of Haste and eventual Orb of Corruption is in, well, this Lich's immediate future, as the Death Knight going to be very close to level 3. Coming back here, well, TeRRoR going after Wisps, and going to be able to get actually a little bit of experience here, and it's really not it's really the experience and the loss of wood which is going to become the major problem, as Wisp after Wisp is getting pressured. LawLiet is sitting on level 1 on this Brewmaster, should be able to get to level 2, not a problem. Level 3, however, is the more difficult stage, but now with the Sobi mask, shouldn't have that many problems either. One more shot onto that Wisp would have been enough, but the Archer is able to zone away those units again. We are looking at an expansion over here on the bottom left, but I believe, well, yeah, TeRRoR is going to definitely spot this out here. Also, a Pureupt of Vitality. And, well, that Pureupt of Vitality going to make that Death Knight very difficult to take out. There is a quick Death Coil, or, well, detonation, excuse me, as the animation for Death Coil just started. Double Tree of Life. So an expansion in 2 locations at the same time. And LawLiet will be able to get one of them, as he also, well, drops into the main expansion location. Gargoyles are off over here trying to finish things off. This is not going to be a good spot. Gargoyles are going to easily get taken down, but there is a Spirit Tower and a Nerubian Tower. Breath of Fire coming back across as well. Perhaps some repairs are in order. What is that Gargoyle doing? Gargoyle should be backing away. There's a Death Coil for the save, as we are now going to be going into an engagement. Gargoyles, are they going to go after that Goblin Zeppelin? Going to try to get some damage onto that Zeppelin, down to 444 hit points rather rapidly, as we see, well, an entangle onto an Acolyte while on Blight and with Unholy Aura. Is that going to be enough to keep that Acolyte alive? Yes, it will. TeRRoR looking to, well, haunt this gold mine again after that cancellation or destruction. Lich staying, or will get to level 2 here, but the question is, what consumable item will be dropped? Potion of Greater Healing, Potion of Invulnerability, the main go-tos. Let's see what it's going to be. It is going to be a Potion of Greater Healing, and that will stay on the Death Knight as a way for that Death Knight, well, to absorb a bit more damage. Coupled with the Pureupt of Vitality, that Death Knight can really benefit from that Potion of Greater Healing if it tries to drop it and pick it back up. Coming back on the other side, LawLiet at 43 supply compared to TeRRoR's 38. We are looking at expansions being by both players in the center portion of the map. Goblin Zeppelin. Well, what is going on? Goblin Zeppelin could be used to lift and pick up a double Sobi Mask on that Panda. Does double Sobi Mask really work? Does it stack? It seems, I don't know, does it seem twice as fast as normal? Okay, now that I look at it, it does seem twice as fast as normal. Brewmaster, double Sobi Mask, Death Knight now going to try to push and play double, well, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, now going after all those units, also having a Potion of Invulnerability, able to get in so much damage as we see the greater healing right there. Sobi Mask continuing to fight, or Sobi Mask, well, continuing to regenerate that mana as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove is at 4. Gargoyles trying to go after some of those units here, perhaps trying to take some down. Unholy Aura trying to move fast or move quickly as the Lich able to get off a big Frost Nova to try and take down 2 archers there. All right, more damage coming into play. Keeper of the Grove trying to hold the door and prevent any of the the Death Knight units from continuing to charge on in as that Lich gets a little bit more mana there. Using skeletal minions to, well, add in a little bit more mana. That's exactly what you want to do. Constantly dark ritualing all of these skeletal minions for a bit of extra mana indeed, especially if they're about to end up getting taken down. Did he target which one? No, he targeted the wrong one. Should have targeted the one with lesser time life, as we're looking at the Lich now making its way back off to the north. The Lich seems to always have mana for days because of that Dark Ritual. Waiting for that Dark Ritual right now. Should be able to get another one again. All right, units gonna get taken out here. There goes the remainder of the units here. Lich just shy of level 3 Entangle. Now onto that unit. There's one of the wind. Gargoyles now in the air. Death Knight trying to retreat back. There's a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, but the Drunken Haze only hitting the Death Knight, not the Breath of Fire, as the units are retreating back there. Death Knight will be just shy of level 4. Units are going to retreat back here. Lich, perhaps no Rod of Necromancy for any bonus mana whatsoever. But with the towers currently here and the obsidian statues getting the upgraded destroyer form, well, those trance and entangle will not be nearly as effective. LawLiet is on the bottom left-hand side of the map already, looking to entangle up this gold mine. And surprisingly enough, even though LawLiet is about to establish up his third base, he is still sitting on no upkeep, really trying to maximize every bit of gold. You can take a look. LawLiet sitting on astronomical 20 workers. That is a very, very large number of workers indeed. His army is only at 28 supply, but seems to be able to keep TeRRoR's army of 43 supply in check. Some of those workers do include ghouls down off to the south here, as they may be joining in on the battle. It looks like they're going to be scurrying together, yes, and getting ready to join in on the battle. Keeper of the Grove, Panda. Wow, a mana stone. I don't know if that Brewmaster needs any more additional mana regeneration. Currently at, 225% mana regeneration on that Brewmaster. Counting the number of Breath of Fires and Drunken Hazes is going to be absolutely crazy, as we're looking at, well, the Brewmaster trying to get back away here. If we get any intelligence-based items on that, any more intelligence-based items on that Brewmaster, well, that is going to be a big indeed. There's a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Frost Nova, Gargoyles going back into down onto the ground, and then joining back into the air again as the Cyclone picking up that, or One of the Wind picking up that Panda again. Panda may be able to get off another Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. There goes another one. 10-second cooldown, and so many things are on fire in the bad way. Keeper of the Grove, LawLiet being forced to retreat back here. So much damage, 61 supply as TeRRoR pretty much brought the larger army to the battle, and he was able to now shut down his opponent here, even with the 2 breaths of fire. All right, Priestess of the Moon is out here on the battlefield. They should be getting an Orb of Venom as well. Death Knight and Lich sitting at level 4 and level 3 as the Gargoyles are going to be retreating back. Priestess of the Moon, no Orb of Venom as of yet. Perhaps going to buy some other items, Scroll of Healing. And I'm really curious is if the Brewmaster is going to end up getting, well, it looks like the Brewmaster got a Tome of Intelligence +2. If that Brewmaster is going to perhaps be getting an Orb of Venom, and then finally the Priestess of the Moon, since we are dealing with Gargoyles that are in the air and difficult to deal with. All right. Ninja expansion over to the top right by LawLiet will be exposed by an Acolyte. Not too difficult, as we're looking at an entangling of that gold mine already. Gargoyles could be brought over to that battle. Getting Hippogriffs, it would actually be quite dangerous because the Gargoyles already have 2-0 upgrades. The upgrades on the Gargoyles would most likely push things in favor of the Gargoyles, as they have 63 to 90 damage. That 2-0 upgrades a 20% damage increase. All right, Trent's going to be joining in on the fight here. Priestess of the Moon does have True Shot Aura. Archers are dealing 27 damage on the high end. And this is only off of level 1 True Shot Aura here. Could we going to be going, yeah, more Scrolls of Healing, perhaps Scrolls of Protection as well. 75 supply compared to 72, as both players are now in low upkeep. In comes the battle. A couple of where are those destroyers going? Venturing a little bit too far forward. Death Coil saving that destroyer at the last possible second. 400 hit point heal. Big Frost Nova here, as the Panda gonna go ahead and Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across many ground units. Scroll of Healing quickly being used. Obsidian statues are all right here, as a big Frost Nova melts or blasts an Icy Chill onto 2 archers there. Lich now up to level 4. Also has a Scroll of Healing. And TeRRoR doing a great job of using Scrolls of Healing to try and counteract everything. And Death Coil a day late and a dollar short on one of those destroyers, though, as it is now 65 supply compared to 48. All right, all of a sudden, as I was saying, what a good job TeRRoR was doing. He ended up losing a large amount of units there. Death Knight could be in trouble. Are we going to see a Potion of Healing and a Death Coil saving that Lich right there? More and more Frost Novas being thrown down. Panda with so much mana for days. Another Drunken Haze, but no follow-up Breath of Fire. Oh, there's the follow-up Breath of Fire, using the Mana Stone to ensure and get some lasting hits there. Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 2. Panda losing that Mana Stone, but able to finish off 1, maybe 2 Gargoyles. A decent trade there. Coming back around, that Lich, some big damage indeed, being able to focus down Frost Nova, slowing down the attack rate of all of those archers. And the fact that the Lich and the Death Knight were using Scrolls of Healing alongside the Obsidian statues really made that battle go a little bit longer. Now, the question is whether or not the Priestess of the Moon is going to get to level 3. Once the Priestess of the Moon gets to level 3, it's already getting quite close. All of a sudden, the hero level advantage of choosing a third hero becomes much, much larger. Also, we're looking at a second Orb of Venom, and the wow. All right, the Panda, double potions of mana, double Sobi Mask, a Circlet of Nobility, and a potion of invulnerability for good measure, trying to make sure that that Panda doesn't get taken out. Over here to the top right, we're going to see LawLiet perhaps lose this expansion. Is there a Scroll of Town Portal? Yes, there is. Going to go ahead and teleport back home. Is it going to be in time? Is it going to be enough units? Going to try and back away. There it goes, straight up on top of all of those units, as we see a Frost Nova go down alongside of, well, a Breath of Fire. Both sides fighting pretty accurately. Destroyer trying to, well, devour magic, or now trying to get away. Are we going to get some more devour magic? Yes, able to get some damage up onto all of those Trents in the back here, as another Breath of Fire blows down some more ghouls. 52 supply compared to 50. More ghouls are being brought into the damage or battle here, as the Brewmaster, well, has been using Breath of Fire so efficiently, trying to blow over more units again and again. Brewmaster now down to 106 hit points. Keeper of the Grove unable to save the Priestess of the Moon, able to save the Panda, as the expansion over here to the top right could be in a bit of trouble. 48 supply compared to 49. Supply overall is about the same. The problem is a low hit point Panda needs to, well, run all the way from home. And, well, it is quite the distance. More ghouls now making their way off over here as well. Obsidian statues trying to prevent, or trying to get a lot of healing here. We are not seeing well, that many skeletal minions. A Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove can be in trouble. There is a, well, potion of invulnerability as well as the Death Knight. Now going to go ahead and back away. The Destroyer, that one lone Destroyer, able to devour magic so consistently, but the Breath of Fire is going to cause problems for all of these Gargoyles. Thank you for the follow, as the Death Knight now switches back down to the bottom side. I don't know, always well, a great fight is what happened right there, going back and forth. Even though you are able to save that priestess or save that panda, the panda was out of the battle long enough to where reinforcements were able to come back in. Death Knight very close to level 6. Lich still a little bit ways behind, as well as we're looking at the Gargoyles and the Ghouls looking to finish off this Tree of Life. In comes the army back in from the south. Panda gonna get off another Breath of Fire, perhaps a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. There's the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. Ghouls are gonna be, well, slightly well done, as those Ghouls are trying to retreat back once more. Another Gargoyle down to 6 hit points, but still alive somehow, because we see level 3 Unholy Aura keeping this army on the move rather quickly. 150% mana or hit point regeneration for all units, including the obsidian statues. Look at that passive regeneration on a mechanical unit. Well, as the game goes long, I wonder if Unholy Aura is going to be a very big impact, or if, well, Tranquility from the Keeper of the Grove is going to have the big impact here. All right, Keeper of the Grove, Breath of Fire, Frost Nova, that's a lot of low hit point archers right there. Potion of Invulnerability, Lich could get off another big Frost Nova, take down multiple archers. Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, Staff of Preservation saved right there, as we're looking at damage still adding up. Death Knight trying to go after unit after unit, and now the Panda could be in trouble trying to retreat away again. The Trent's going to get taken out, and what is happening back off to the top right? Abominations joining in on the battle. No Disease Cloud as of yet, as Disease Cloud would slowly turn this war of attrition in favor of TeRRoR. LawLiet unable to really capitalize on things here. We're going to see Archer is getting taken down. Priestess of the Moon taking quite a bit of damage, now needs to, well, retreat back, as well as the Death Knight and the Death Knight and the Obsidian statues are winning out on this war of attrition, as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove trying to back away. Priestess, or Keeper of the Grove, excuse me, but Keeper of the Grove and Priestess of the Moon trying to back away as the Death Knight gets entangled. All right, little bit more damage. Another 2 archers going to get taken down there. Death Knight needs to heal back up. Where are the Obsidian statues? Being left back at the expansion, as we're still getting a lot of repairs. All right, what's going on? All right, still going back here. Tree of Life, doing large amounts of damage here. Or what did? I don't know. Did something happen to the Twitch stream? All right. Anyways, coming back here, Death Knight. I'm gonna go ahead and have this Tree of Life. That's going to end up falling. Death Knight sitting at level 6. Lich sitting at level 5. We may end up getting Death and Decay, the ultimate ability. And as you guys know, Death and Decay, or you may not know, need to be educated as well. Death and Decay does a percentage of your hit points damage, of the building's hit points. So if you have a full channel of Death and Decay on a building, it will take it down. All right, it's back already. Not quite sure what happened to Twitch. A couple of dropped streams, I guess. No drop frames, not quite sure and what's going on. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, LawLiet is still mining here, and LawLiet's been able to mine more than TeRRoR. The problem, though, is that TeRRoR has consistently had the larger army. What that ends up translating to is that all of the additional mined gold is instead turning into experience for the Death Knight and that Lich. Lich currently sitting at level 5, and we are looking at triple orbs of venom across all of the units now. Triple orbs of venom on all of the Night Elf heroes, as the, well, Hippogriff Riders should be able to handle the Gargoyles. All right, where are these units going into next? Ghoul is going to go ahead and scurry back down to the south here, get a good surround onto this Tree of Life. Are we going to see some sort of engagement here? Abomination off to the side here. One Obsidian statue as the Hippogriff Riders. Big Frost Nova across there, as the Lich may end up taking a large amount of damage between all of those hits right there. All right, Breath of Fire across multiple units. Obsidian statues, the Hippogriff Riders now switching targets as this Tree of Life was quickly taken down. Panda trying to fight back here. We are looking at, well, cooldown coming to an end as the Lich gets up to level 6. 6 fighting back again as the big Frost Nova just blasting units out of the sky. Breath of Fire going down across multiple ghouls once more as the Panda now gets up to level 5. Level 3 Breath of Fire is going to be, well, very, very painful for all of these ghouls. Is the Brewmaster gets a Breath of Fire off, and you can see how much damage so many ghouls just burned to a crisp right there. Frost Nova going down onto those Hippogriff Riders as well as they are trying to retreat back. 48 supply compared to 47. Well, a little bit of damage onto some of those Hippogriff Riders would have been enough. As we're looking at, well, the Trents trying to back away. Wow, a crazy back and forth game. Lich is at 6. Death Knight is at 6, almost at 6. The Moon is at 3, while the Keeper of the Grove and the Panda is both sitting at level 5. Tree of Eternity now making the, well, semi-slow walk. It does have Nature's Blessing. We'll be able to get to that bottom left-hand side without a problem. The issue will be Staff of Preservation will no longer teleport you to the Sea of Moonwells for LawLiet. TeRRoR, well, looking to pick up more scrolls of healing. No disease cloud whatsoever. 2-0 upgrades. Acolytes still being trained up as TeRRoR has one ghoul currently on lumber. Units going to try and make their ways to the respective corners. Hippogriff Riders going straight after those Acolytes. Gargoyles are in position to try and defend, but the sheer number is the problem. Hippogriff Riders, what, 5 supply units essentially, as the Hippogriff Riders dealing 23 to 31 damage, and, well, being forced to retreat back once more. All right, more Trents getting taken out. Just shy of level 7. Keeper of the Grove just shy of level 6. And once Tranquility is out onto the field, well, healing is just going to be so much easier for that Keeper of the Grove, especially as there's no way to stop him from that channeled ability unless we see Silence, a Dark Ranger, or if we're looking at a Crypt Lord. All right, Hippogriff's trying to back away. Panda in that frontline spot says, go ahead, yeah, sure, surround me. Let me see a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across multiple units again. That damage over time, is it going to get finished off down? Well, down to, what, 70 some odd hit points already, even with Obsidian Statues trying to heal them back up. TeRRoR with the larger army, 60 supply compared to 50. LawLiet mining more gold right now, and well, actually, no, not mining more gold. 14 gold a second compared to 10, since he does not have that bottom left-hand side of the map yet. Deathcoil, Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove. This could be very bad news. Lich's cooldown. Is it going to be able to get one more? The faster movement speed is absolutely huge. There's another Deathcoil. There's another Frost Nova. There's a Staff of Preservation to the other end of the map. Interesting use of play right there, and allowing that Keeper of the Grove to just teleport to the bottom left-hand side of the map. A good play there. Meanwhile, a couple of Hippogriffs actually getting caught out in open field. This could be very bad news indeed, as the Gargoyles are trying to catch up. However, without the Death Knight and that Unholy Aura, should not be able to do that unless it's trying to cut those corners a little bit too early. Frost Nova from a Lich could slow them down, and if this pack of Hippogriff Riders gets taken out, that could be the end of the game right there. This is going to be absolutely critical, as the unit's going to try and engage. Oh, there's the dismount, as all of a sudden the Gargoyles find themselves in a little bit of trouble. All right, they are now in, well, stone statue form. What does this mean? It means that there's a bunch of archers that are now stuck here on the ground with nowhere to retreat to, and, well, a beautiful play by TeRRoR, reacting to the dismounting of the archers, and this is just going to end up feeding experience once again to the Death Knight and that Lich. Lich getting, well, opting to go for a level 3 Dark Ritual over Death and Decay, meaning that that Lich is just going to have pretty much mana for days again. All right, Hippogriffs finding, excuse me, Gargoyles finding a lone Goblin Zeppelin out in the middle of nowhere. Tree of Eternity, well, gonna be in a little bit of pressure here. Gargoyles, Destroyers, and Abomination gonna go ahead and try and take this down. There's one Ogre Mauler in the back. The Obsidian Statues perhaps should be moved off to the side here. You don't want them exposed that easily, as the Ghouls are gonna look to finish off all of these units. All right, Hippogriff Riders trying to retreat back here. Where are they gonna try and go? There's a couple of Trents. There's the engagement. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Gargoyles, well, stone form and back again, as Frost Nova finishing off many of LawLiet's units. They're trying to retreat back. Are they gonna dismount? No, they are not, as the Gargoyles are just owning the skies. 3-3 upgrades on the Hippogriff Riders, but the Gargoyles not too shabby either. 51 supply now compared to 53 as we see Tranquility being used in the very far back. All right, more damage could get added up. However, that Keeper of the Grove, Staff of Preservation, out of a tight spot, but that is only to the bottom left-hand side of the map as a Breath of Fire goes down across more units still. Priestess of the Moon trying to use the Scroll of Town Portal, as is the Keeper of the Grove going to end up getting lost? No, he will not, but the expansion could be lost here. 45 supply compared to 44, as TeRRoR forcing LawLiet to retreat, and it's going to be quite some time before they are able to heal back up as the Moonwells are currently bone dry. With that said, though, TeRRoR only has one Acolyte on the top right-hand side of the map. There was still more mining going on there. Lich with a major Frost Nova across all of those units there, and now opting to go for Frost Armor instead of Dark Ritual. All right, TeRRoR not a believer in the undead ultimate abilities. Well, apparently in Raise Dead. We'll see if that is going to be useful here as he goes into the Dark Ranger third. All right, Dark Ranger third for silence to shut down the Keeper of the Grove's Tranquility. That is going to be absolutely key as well, but we are also looking at the Panda just shy of Earth, Storm, and Fire. Brewmaster needs just a little bit more experience right there. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove healing up all of these units. We're looking at, 48 supply compared to 56 as this Tree of Life makes its way over here to the bottom left. All right, Trent's looking to finish off here. Destroyer is going to be able to get in position. There's some Devour... Well, nope, I think that was timed life more than anything. Dark Ranger going to be on the move as well. Hippogriff Riders, are they going to get caught out in open field? That's the last thing you want to see. Unless you're rooting for undead, and that's exactly what you want to see then. If TeRRoR can get a Frost Nova onto these units and, well, make them get lagged behind. Level 7, level 1. That Dark Ranger, we'll see if he can get to level 2, and if it does, well, Black Arrow and lesser dark minions funneling mana into the Lich is going to be a bit of a proposition as well. Hippogriff Riders still poking around after this expansion over here on the bottom left. Acolytes just backing away. A couple of Spirit Towers, however, should be able to cause problems. As we're looking at the undead pushing over here onto the bottom left. Yes, trying to make sure that LawLiet doesn't get this expansion up and running. Trading, well, apparently this Haunted Gold Mine for this Tree of Life. And, well, this Tree of Life will end up getting taken out. A Dark Ranger, is it revealed? Yes, it is. It's right there. And now LawLiet, having no Trees of Life or main halls, will be revealed too. We are looking into perhaps a base race scenario. There are Spirit Towers off over here. 53 supply compared to 43. What is going to go down as LawLiet going to be losing these buildings pretty quickly? 43 supply compared to 53. I mentioned that moments ago. And, well, LawLiet going to be losing these Ancients of War. All right, Trent's joining in. Acolytes, are they going to try and repair here? No, they are not. They're just going to go ahead and retreat back as the Panda with Breath of Fire able to blow over some of these buildings. Who has the better army to take down buildings? And right now, the Lich may be wondering why it didn't go for Death and Decay. Death and Decay right here on a collection of Moonwells. Would have been absolutely clutch and well, game-changing, as all of a sudden there's not as much healing available for the Night Elf army. More damage coming back across here. 2 level 7 heroes and a level 1 going up against 2 level 6 heroes and a level 4 Hippogriff Riders with +5 damage. Death Knight, Lich, Frost Nova. Where's it going to go? Death Knight, there's that Frost Nova there. Are they going to go after those units? Staff of Preservation going to go ahead and retreat them back to those Moonwells. More damage coming back across here. Are we going to see another Frost Nova? There's a Death Coil picking off a Hippogriff Rider. Indeed, there goes some more Trents as well. Those Trents going to get destroyed. 39 supply compared to 51. TeRRoR seemingly able to win this war of attrition with the undead burst damage. Yeah, taking down these Moonwells here, taking down a collection of 4 Moonwells would have made a drastic difference, as it would keep mana away from the priestess of the or keep mana away from the priestess of the moon and the keeper of the grove, and make it a little bit difficult for the panda. Is Panda just going to go in and do a suicide run? That is the question here, as the panda does have earth, storm, and fire as a way, as a get out of jail free card. He can just um and push with storm and fire and retreat with earth, knowing that, well, the panda will always end up, the original panda will come back to where earth is situated and located. Breath of fire onto a skeletal minion for some easy damage there, as we're looking at this double Sobi mask. Well, up to 310
Player's
mana
forces are
already.
under attack.
All right, Trent's going to go ahead and retreat back. Destroyers, wow, one down to 260 hit points, gets healed back up to full, as TeRRoR wants to make sure that he does not let this game get away from him. Over here on the, well, over here, yeah, Death and Decay, I said it, would have been the major difference once more. Death and Decay definitely would have, well, slowed down some of the heals back at home, as well, as that's really the only resource both players have. Mana as a resource, being able to, and we'll just collect mana and then heal back up and deal damage that way. All right, Hippogriff Riders already on the move, and they are going to be trying to go inside of the main base here. Do we have any way to head back home? No staff of teleportation or on any of the heroes here, as the
Player's
Lich,
forces are under
well,
attack.
this is the problem. The high mobility of Hippogriff Riders now going after the Ziggurats here. Only a Black Citadel there, doing a little bit of slow damage, as LawLiet is looking to get damage any way it can. And what is TeRRoR's response? TeRRoR says, you know what, your army is all spread apart,
Town
and
is
you're
under
only
siege.
dealing piercing damage to my buildings. Let me go ahead and try and put pressure here. Even the Panda is off over here as well. All right, damage getting added back in. Are we going to see some damage to join in on the fight? It looks as though the ghoul may be forced to try and retreat. No, the ghoul going to end up getting taken down, as the trees are attacking back as well. All right, abominations are all here. Staff of Preservation brings the Keeper of the Grove here. We're going to see an entangle onto the abomination, as TeRRoR may end up letting this game get away from him. Destroyers are right here, and the Black Citadel could get taken down. TeRRoR is actually in trouble here. Are we going to see some damage go across here, as the units are now trying to retreat back away? There's a Death Coil. Frost Nova slowing things down a little bit more. Death Knight perhaps going to try and get off a Death Coil onto some more of those units. Are we going to see another Frost Nova? That is the question indeed, trying to make its way back through, but the Obsidian Statue blocking the path there. Breath of Fire just burning all of these buildings, and now Earth Storm and Fire, three heroes working together to try and take down these buildings, as the Pandarin Elemental still here, wind walking, getting in a little bit of damage. There goes one. Earth is still right there. He could easily get taken down. No, taking a lot of damage. You have to be very careful, as Earth Storm are trying to get away. Units still getting away here. A couple of the creeps joining in on the battle, not realizing it's the end game and you don't want to be dealing with those level 7 heroes. All right.
Forces are under attack.
Storm running off into the very far back and to get some damage onto these buildings, but the Pandarin Elemental only deals piercing damage here, as that is the last Ziggurat, 45/10, and both sides are going to be revealed now. Only a handful of buildings left. All right, Panda hiding back across here, perhaps going to stand up. TeRRoR saying, draw, I'm not leaving. And, well, TeRRoR, if you had taken down these Moonwells, it could have possibly been a draw, but no, with those Moonwells in play, that is gonna be different. All right, both players sitting off over here, chatting to each other. What?
Player's forces are under
All right,
attack.
coming back across here, a couple of Trents. Yeah, it really, I think it would have really come down to Moonwell play. Panda coming back across here, is it going to try and back away once more? Army is just staying inside of the base again. Obsidian Statue is going to heal back, and Yeah, I think that was the critical mistake. Not going for Death and Decay to take down these Moonwells to prevent easy healing. LawLiet being able to just recharge these Moonwells as a way to get hit points and for some sort of hit and run tactic, that is key. Coming back across here, Keeper of the Grove and the Priestess of the Moon on the move once again. All right, units coming back through here. Hippogriff's gonna be. Sorry, there was an alarm going off and no one else in the house was turning it off. Hippogriff Riders now trying to retreat away. Big Frost Nova across all of these units. This is going to be a very big deal. Are they going to be able to head back here? Death Knight may be able to get off a Death Coil. There's go. Oh no, Hippogriff Rider there. Panda now comes back in and damage is being done. What we saw a Breath of Fire. Ghouls now need to retreat back as they do not want to take another Breath of Fire on accident. Breath of Fire going across onto the Obsidian statues. Ghouls could get back on the Blight here. There's a silence on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is going to be able to get away. That is the question. There's a Staff of Teleportation. Is it going to be enough damage? Death Coil, Frost Nova, not enough. And the Panda retreats back home, and what do you know? He has Moonwells. Panda retreats back home with plenty of Moonwells and will be able to rinse and repeat this strategy once more. TeRRoR sitting at 45 supply, LawLiet sitting at 31, as we're looking at a couple of Trents there. Why is he leaving this camp? All right, Death Knight now going to go ahead and retreat back. This Panda with Breath of Fire is just going to rinse and repeat this strategy over and over and over again. And that is the real problem. Yeah, who knew? Oh, wait. Oh, he's using Animate Dead. All right, Death Knight using Animate Dead for a couple of invulnerable ghouls. What are they gonna do? What can they really do as the Panda comes back into the north once more? Ghouls are all right here. Panda could get off a big Breath of Fire. Obsidian statue drunken his Breath of Fire, and wow, just a little bit too far out of range. All right, ghouls need to retreat back away. Ogre Mauler is right there. Death Knight gonna come across, get in some Death Coils as well. There's the silence coming in from that Dark Ranger. Damage is gonna get added back up. Are we gonna see a Breath of Fire first? The Panda could be in trouble. Down to dead. All right, trapped into a corner. The Brewmaster falls at level 6. The hiring of the Dark Ranger, preventing a Breath of Fire, and that was enough. Keeper of the Grove, Priestess of the Moon, TeRRoR feels like he can now venture forth and put in pressure. Hippogriff Riders off to the side here. We are looking at, well, nothing to really deal with those Hippogriff Riders. Those Hippogriff Riders will have free reign as well. There's a little bit of damage there adding up. All right, unit's going to be forced to retreat back once more. No easy way to get back here. More damage adding in. And here we are, Keeper of the Grove and the Priestess of the Moon getting ready to engage. Trents are going to be making their way back over again. And this is the problem. You cannot be leaving your base like this, especially not well. Then again, you do want the game to go the other way. Dark Ranger perhaps going to try to find those Hippogriff Riders. Hippogriff Riders off to the north. Where are they? Are they corralled into a tough spot? That is the question, as an Obsidian statue could end up getting taken out. Obsidian statues do need to move, as they don't want to end up getting taken out here, but at the same time, the Hippogriff Riders don't want to find themselves getting blasted by a Frost Nova. No boots of speed on any of the boots of speed onto the Lich. The Lich is going to try and get in front here. There is a couple of destroyers. Are they going to find the Hippogriff Riders? They are. There is going to be some damage here, and there's going to be a slight engagement. What is going to go down as the destroyers now need to back away? Death Knight, Death Coil going to save that temporarily, as the Hippogriff Riders are just hanging above the river. All right, Lich unable to get into that position right there, and what is going to end up going down? The units are now going to be going back down to the south. All right, Moonwell's back, pretty much back up to full again. Destroyers are going to try and re-engage here. Is the Panda coming back? No, I don't think that the Panda will be coming back in any way. Is there enough items, though? There looks like no. The Panda had all of the items, so no easy resurrection for that Panda. Oh no, Panda's coming back. All right, Panda is coming back. He is getting resurrected, And that is going to be the big change here. TeRRoR needs to find a way to get this going once more. Death Knight now perhaps going to make its way back down to the south. There is a potion of lesser invulnerability. Why are the ghouls harvesting lumber off over here? They're going to be taking a lot of damage. Dark Ranger now trying to retreat back. Lich does have a Frost Nova, but well, those units are backed away again. Obsidian Statue. There's some more heals. There's some more animate deads. Where are these ghouls really going to try and run off to? That's absolutely hilarious, using the graveyard for animate dead to make perhaps runs back down to the south. Yeah. All right, Keeper of the Grove, Priestess of the Moon. Units are going to be making their way off over here. Hippogriff Riders, about 780 hit points. They are just off to the side here. No one really wanting to back away. Are these units going to be able to make it way all the way down to the south?
A
I
town
do
is
not
under
think
siege.
so, as we're looking at one single Trent just getting damage in onto some buildings again. The Obsidian Statue should really be staying close to the Death Knight. Death
A
Knight could be
player's
healing
forces
these
are under
obsidian
attack.
statues through natural regeneration at the very least, and make sure that they don't get picked off. Every little bit matters. Every health point matters. As well, yeah, these moonwells just bother me to no end. Panda now back out onto the battlefield. Look at that, full moonwells that Panda's gonna rinse and repeat once more, heading off to the north. Keeper of the Grove and the Priestess of the Moon both have stabs of preservation, as the Trents are going to make their way inside of the base still. All right, in comes the battle here. A couple of Force of Natures are just going to get devoured. An easy, absolutely delicious targets, as the Obsidian, or the, yeah, Obsidian statues finally getting repaired once again. Panda getting ready to engage once more. Earth, Storm, and Fire. Panda with Breath of Fire able to deal damage to buildings. That is going to be key, similar to a Tauren Chieftain's Shockwave, being able to deal damage as well. These Hippogriff Riders representing a threat off to the bottom left-hand side of the map here, making the units having to just stick constantly together. What can the Death Knight really hope to do here? Dark Ranger does have black arrows, but isn't going to really benefit from anything here now, as we're looking at, well, the Lich just staying inside here. Lich, Frost Nova, Claws of Attack, perhaps going to be able to add in additional damage as well. Panda hanging off to the side. Well, 200 gold on both sides here. And well, Panda really doesn't need the Sobi masks any longer. The Sobi mask could perhaps be
Player's
sold
forces
if
are
you
under
know you
attack.
have your Moonwells and you're not getting pressured. The Sobi masks are not is not nearly that important. Being able to resurrect your hero again if that hero is lost. All right, going into a draw. I think TeRRoR is. All right, Panda coming back here. I guess TeRRoR trying to ask, is this going to turn into a draw situation? That is the question. All right. All right, let's play. All right, here we go. One more. Brewmaster coming in from the south. Breath of Fire going to go ahead and press in with the attack. Is that Brewmaster going to try and retreat? He is going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation, trying to retreat all the way back out. There it goes. And Brewmaster... TeRRoR saying, I'll see you in 100 seconds. No, LawLiet saying 90. He's going to be coming back, rinsing and repeating with this strategy. And yeah, it really came down to those Moonwells.
A player's
I didn't.
forces are under
I
attack.
was making a prediction. I thought it was going to come down to those moonwells. I didn't realize how important those moonwells were ultimately going to be, allowing for the Panda to just continually push over and over and over again. All right, the Priestess of the Moon and the Keeper of the Grove. What's odd about this is that because of the Staffs of Preservation, both of these units can actually engage, and then if they need to, they can actually Staff of Preservation back out. This army is completely mobile and able to do a large amount of damage here.
A player's
Owl Scout
forces
also
are under
being used
attack.
very effectively to see where the army is, and TeRRoR is not able to respond very easily at all. Obsidian statues getting healed back up. Once again, I said the Death Knight needs to stay close to those Obsidian statues. Every bit of hit point matters so much right now. And why keep the Staff of Teleportation onto a Lich if you're not really going to be using it? Oh, wait, Tome of Retraining. Hey, he finally, well, he got Death and Decay. All right, I think he realized how important Death and Decay was, as the Panda now going to go ahead and engage. Earth, Storm, and Fire going to go ahead and engage as well. Lich trying to fight back across all of those units as the Earth, Storm, and Fire, are they actually going to get taken down? All right, a Fire is taken down. A Storm is able to, well, wind walk and get away. Are we going to see a little bit of damage there? And it looks as though Earth is going to get taken down as well. Dark Ranger perhaps going to try and chase down the Panda. This Pandarin is actually, well, silenced right now, unable to wind walk. It should be able to wind walk here in just a moment, and there it goes. It does go ahead and wind walk. All right. Death Knight. All right, Lich. Is it going to actually make its way down to the south here? Army is back over here. Keeper of the Grove and the Priestess of the Moon actually finishing off a couple of those units as they're going to make their way back down to the south again here. All right, Panda goes back into normal form, and there goes a Breath of Fire. More damage added back up. This is going to turn into a crazy, crazy base race. Can this Panda deal enough damage? I do believe so, and I think LawLiet is going to end up taking this game. Main army continuing the pressure here, but the Panda is dealing so much damage back to all of these buildings. There's another Breath of Fire getting in more damage again. Meanwhile, coming back across here, Death Coil, Frost Nova onto that Keeper of the Grove. However, able to get away back once more. Where is the Lich? Lich needs to go ahead. There's the Death and Decay that needed to happen 20 minutes ago, as that Lich with the Tome of Retraining able to finish off so many of this. This may be too little too late though, as the Panda with the Breath of Fire going to be able to finish off the remaining of these buildings very, very quickly. And yes, that was the problem right here, leaving 4 Moonwells to allow that Panda to just go over and over and over with the same strategy. All of those buildings are finally lost, but it's going to be too late, and that is the game. Panda sitting at level 6, finishing off the opponent right there. LawLiet with the win. A marathon session of a game somewhere in the 50-minute section, but LawLiet able to micro his hero, and yeah, come on, Death and Decay. Yeah, that Frost armor had made absolutely no difference. I don't think I saw it cast once. TeRRoR, if he had used Death and Decay, had gotten Death and Decay at level 7 and used it right then and there, would have been absolutely fine. Undead armies are particularly known for not being able to win in base race scenarios well. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it.